WNT9 Talk Radio.
Here we go, y'all.
WNT9 Talk Radio. I'm your host, King Henry. Today we are live on the air with a wonderful sister, Soul Sister Survivor. We will be discussing Soul Survivor Supportive Living Foundation, and more than likely a whole lot more, because the sister definitely covers much territory, good energy. Peace, sister, are you there?
Yes, I am.
She is in the house.
I'm here in the house.
You gotta excuse the audience sometimes. They don't know how to. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. How are you doing today?
I'm wonderfully well. Thanks for asking. How are you, Intellect?
I am awesome. I am absolutely awesome. It's a very, very beautiful thing to have you on the line today. You have a lot going on. You're out in Oklahoma, correct?
Oklahoma City, OKC.
Oklahoma in the house. You're doing you have an organization. Did I say that right? Did I pronounce the name of the organization correctly?
You didn't pronounce the name of the organization. You said Soul Survivor. It's SISTA Soul Survivor. That's who I am. And the organization is Soul Survivor Supportive Living Foundation.
There it is. The facts. Getting the facts. I know I might have made a little error in there. So we we got the facts right there. Now, I've been seeing some live. When I say live, I don't mean you necessarily recorded them live, but live as far as energy. I've seen quite a few videos where the energy was just live and very emotional at times. Can you tell us a little about what inspired you to do what it is that you're doing?
Yes, the murder of my son, King Keate Howe. He was murdered in 2016 on the streets of Oklahoma City at a grocery store on MLK. And I just really wanted to start a YouTube to help others get through the grieving process of, when one loved one is murdered or their life is transition, helping people to get through that emotional part,
right,
and learn how to celebrate their lives and their legacy that they left us. And oftentimes we don't do that. We end up just grieving through the whole process, and we miss the beautiful memories that we made and the beautiful times that we had. So that's how I got into SISTA Soul Survivor. That's how SISTA Soul Survivor was birthed. So from that time, I just wanted to help someone else, just one person, to get through the grieving process. And little did I know I was helping myself get through the grieving process, because doing those videos was very healing for me, even though I was nervous. And I went right back to the site, right back to the store where he was murdered at the first year. And I did a video there, just honoring him and celebrating him. And I planted a mustard seed of faith that justice would be done in his name, and honoring him. And so many other homicides and cold cases that have not been solved, that justice will be done.
Right.
So that's where Soul Survivor was birthed, right there when my son was murdered. Yeah. So I do get a little emotional, because it's been like just 4 years now. And even though my son's murder was caught and he confessed that he did murder him, and he did apologize. He apologized, and I forgave him. There's another black male. It was still healing being taking place right now. So just really wanted to help others get through what I've been through.
Well, one thing for sure is that one thing I've learned, and I'm very, very I got my eye on this, because not don't take this the wrong way, but I'm saying regardless of what an individual goes through, the smart individual finds a way to heal, and most often that healing is done through actually reaching out and trying to help others. So for me,
exactly.
By hearing what you're saying, it just lets me know that really when I, all the shows that I'm trying to do and give people the opportunity to be heard, etc., there's healing that's going on within my personal life as well. And I'm utilizing this platform not just so much for others, but for myself as well. So I totally understand that. And hats off to you for not buckling and staying down. To fall on one knee is quite normal, but to stand back up and take things on is a very powerful. That you have that has to come from a higher place. So
definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
I just remember my son always saying, "Mama, don't cry. You're gonna make me cry." And so every time I would cry, I would think about him, and I know he wouldn't want me to grieve as hard as that I was going into that thing. I was really getting deep into the grieving process, not knowing, that I was getting so deep into it. I was losing myself. I was losing weight. I wasn't myself. But after I lost myself, I had to find my the new. Yeah, that's what SISTA SOUL SURVIVOR was birthed from all that pain and trying to help others. I always wanted a YouTube channel, but I thought, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to do?
Right.
And then one day I opened that door and I thought, oh, that's it. I can talk about celebrating our ancestors. And that's exactly where it started at. I started releasing blooms and talking about all the ancestors that transitioned in my family.
Right.
Yeah. It's just me and my sister right now. They're surviving out of seven people, including my parents. So I just really wanted to reach out and getting people to celebrate instead of grieving so hard. Yeah, we're going to grieve,
right,
but to bounce back up and to celebrate their life is so rewarding, so much more rewarding than just soaking in our sorrows.
Right. And and that again, you're full of inspirations, but that right there again reminds me of how powerful the hands are that's around you, because for you to actually honor your ancestors, from what I see and what I've always been introduced to, is that when we acknowledge our ancestors, we're talking about ancient ancestors, Egyptian ancestors, ancient Kemetic ancestors. And quite often when we look at our very own lives, all we might do is have a burial ceremony, put some shirts together, things of that nature. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it needs to go a bit deeper than that. And
exactly.
I am very, very blown away on how you consistently acknowledge and honor your ancestors. And I would like to ask you if you could share just a couple of examples of some of the things that you have done.
Well, I'm a repast specialist. That's another thing I do at SISTA SOUL SURVIVOR. So after the funeral, it's like, now what? So I hold celebratory celebrations. So after they go to the repast and they sit down and eat, everybody usually go home. But for me, I like to get up and introduce myself and tell the family what I do, and then also let them know this is who we're celebrating. This is not, he's not dead. He's still alive. His spirit or her spirit is still alive.
Right.
And so let's remember that and let them get up and say whatever it is that inspired them, whatever they did to inspire them while they was living. We have cake. We release balloons. We do floating candles. I give away gifts. Just turn it into a big party.
Wow.
You know, we play their favorite music. We eat their favorite food. All that got to be there because their energy needs to be there as well. You know, they just transition to another place. You know, they're still in our hearts.
Now that's powerful because you said their favorite music, their favorite.
Yeah, everything is about them. It's not about us grieving about them. We're still. It's their celebration. Everything is about them. Wow. It's not about us.
Right.
And that's what we need to get out of. It's not about us. We're gonna miss them.
Right.
They're physical beings, but their spirit. We need to hold on to that spirit, and we keep that energy going. Their spirit will always be with us.
Right. Exactly.
Always with us. So I do a lot of fun things, and it's whatever the family wants, really. You know, but getting people to get up and talk about that person more than 2 minutes, because that's what usually the churches give you 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and that's it. They cut you off. But at the repast, we open it up to where people can get up and speak about their loved ones and take their time. We got all day.
Right.
Take your time and say what it is, how they affected your life, how they inspired you. Some funny times, some fun times. Come on, let's get it out. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's beautiful. You know, for everyone that's listening, just that one thing alone, I'm sure when we have people who transition, the tradition is always to just, you know, if music is played, there's a traditional music that's played.
Right.
So if there's food that's made, there's traditional food that's made. And, you know, in our community, I think it would be very powerful if we would all just take a moment and incorporate what it is that you just said, because, you know, we are there for that individual. So why not honor that individual in those regards? And wow, that is such a powerful thing. Something very simple that people overlook. And
we do.
Yeah, but we
because
overlook
that's
those.
The normal. That's what we used to. We're ready to get it over with. He or she is gone, and that's it, and that's all. You know, it's just the norm. You know.
Right.
What I don't understand is how can that be a celebration when everyone in the funeral home or the church or wherever they're crying? Most of the people crying,
right?
And all of those tears are not tears of joy.
Wow.
But we have on obituary celebration of life. How are we celebrating their life? How?
Facts. That is
we
true.
all sitting here sad. We're crying. We're grieving. We come together to grieve. We don't come together to celebrate. We came together to grieve. Some will say to say goodbye. Well,
right.
Say what you want, but we all coming together to grieve. We're sitting here grieving. Most people are grieving.
Right.
It's sad. So just to take the energy up a little, another level on the repast, just celebrate. Have their picture out. And each person that come up, when they come up, they light a candle.
Right.
And then when they light that candle, they're saying that they're going to keep their legacy alive. They're keeping their legacy alive. And so they get up and they say whatever's on their heart about that person. And we really celebrate. Yeah, we play all their songs, their favorite songs. We sing their favorite songs.
Right.
I just did my uncle's on. He passed away January the 1st. Transition January the 1st. And did his. So those are the hardest ones to do when you do family too.
Right.
When I do family, they're a little harder, but I make it through. I make it through with the help of my family and my ancestors.
Right.
And so it's something that needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Something that needs to be done. We throw events for everything, but we don't think about those that transition. How are we going to leave? How are we going to celebrate their legacy?
Now,
we're just going to make the T-shirt and release the balloons, or we're going to take it up another notch or two.
Right. Now, is this something that is done just at one time, or is it something that gets done annually, or?
That is at the repast. That's the time that they transition. But I usually hold annually ancestral celebration. In fact, around Memorial Day, because a lot of people don't want to go to the grave site,
right.
or never been to the grave site. And I understand why, because they're not there. They say that's the final resting place, but right. They're not there. That's where they put their body, but their spirit is not there. I tell you. But every Memorial Day, I hold an ancestral celebration where I ask all my guests to come and bring a picture of their loved one who they're celebrating. They don't just have to celebrate one, but bring at least one.
Mm-hmm.
Wear their favorite color, bring their favorite food or their drink, and they get up and talk about how they inspire them or how much they miss it, whatever's on their heart.
Right.
They share that. We then we release balloons, but we put memorable messages on there, like we send those messages to them, and then we do the floating candles in the pool or the pond in my yard, and we just have a good time, play games and trivial pursuit on ancestors that transition, celebrities that transition. We do a trivial pursuit game on that. And we just have a good time.
Beautiful.
We have a good time. Musical chairs from the people that transition and off their music. It's all about those that transition. We remix it up all the time. So this year, with this corona, I don't know what I'm going to do this year, but I'll come up with something. I have to pray about it, and I've been praying about it and asking the ancestors for some answers on what we're going to do this year.
Right.
I really didn't want to cancel it, but I don't want to, I know a lot of people are still quarantining and keeping safe, so I don't know. We'll just see.
Now you said you're a repast.
Yes, the repast specialist. That's what it's called. Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, including myself, could you explain what a repast specialist is and does?
Okay, so after the funeral, there is where everybody get together and they eat. It's called a repast right there, where you meet and everybody brings food. And so a repast specialist is one. Hello, you still there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Repast specialist one to bring the party to the repast celebration and just celebrate, teaching people how to honor their ancestors by honoring the ancestor that just transitioned by playing their favorite music, drinking their favorite foods, drinking their favorite drink, doing a toast, whatever the family wants. So
right,
it's whatever the family wants. Get with the family. And we talk about what are we going to do in this celebration? How would you want him to be remembered or her to be remembered at this time? And they just share it with me, and I take it from there.
Now,
so it's all about celebration. It's an event. It's a party event.
Is this something that someone? Is this a business? Is something if someone people transition all the time. So if someone is in need of something like this, could they call you? Could they reach out to you? And
of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. They can reach out to me. Most definitely.
Is there a website or something that a hotline number or something like that, or anything?
I haven't got my website together yet. Working on that now.
Okay.
But they can reach me on email at yourasurvivor@gmail.com, or they can reach me at ELO 25950
Okay, repeat that one more time.
They can reach me at yourasurvivor@gmail.com or ELO 25950 @gmail.com.
Beautiful. I'm over here writing it down myself. I'm definitely going to share that information across the board, as well as with pretty much everybody that I'm in contact with. Social media is powerful, so we're definitely going to utilize that. Have you ever came across any other individuals that's doing the same thing? Any other specialists that's doing the same thing you're doing?
Not at all. Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
Something
not
that's
one.
so much needed is not being fulfilled. Wow.
And especially in our community too, you know, and that's another thing that we talk about at the repast celebration is, how are you going to get your house in order? Are you going to leave your loved ones hanging? Or are you going to go to social media and set up a GoFundMe when they transition? Or are you going to be ready when they transition? We talk about those things at the repast celebration too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
that's something that
it's not just a celebration, it's also an educational environment. Yes,
we got to, because we need to take care of the ones that's going to be, that we leave behind. That's the peace, where the peace comes from.
Right.
When we know things are in order, we know when we leave that our loved ones that's still here on earth, they're going to be well taken care of, because we did our business. We took care of business.
That's right.
We don't want to leave them hanging. We don't. Not at all.
So this is very powerful. I definitely want to. Can you share your you are on Facebook? Are you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram under SISTA SOUL SURVIVOR.
Ah, beautiful. And what is your Facebook page? What is that?
My Facebook page is under EJ Speed.
Okay, beautiful. Now
EJ Speed, Ella Jefferson Speed.
This is going to sound weird to listeners, but if anyone is in need or in want of a repast specialist, please contact this sister. We're going to post your contact info, and we're going to keep promoting that in this segment as well as just in general, because most often people really just seem to not be in a right state of mind when things is going on like this. So a repast specialist should be something that just comes with the hiring of, you know, who's ever performing the services should actually be the repast specialist. So it's just kind of crazy that you know, the simple things that you're mentioning is just not already in play and already being done. So definitely, again, hats off to you for even stepping up in that light and not, you know, allowing yourself to be taken under and living a life of depression and pain and sorrow. You know, living a life of joy, happiness, and love, and making sure that, you know, everybody has a smile on their face. Now, I checked out quite a few of your videos, and I see all the love in the house. I see all the dancing. I see, you know.
Oh yeah, we do party. We do. We turn it up a notch. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
and sometimes tears. We get to shedding some tears, but it's all good. You know.
No doubt.
It is all good. I enjoy doing what I do, and just taking it up another notch. I know. When I first started, it felt, you know, out of place because nobody else was doing it. It's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Right.
And I had to pray to God and answer. Why am I, you know, what's going on? It's like, why not you? You know, why am I doing this? Why not you? You know,
it is.
You've experienced so much and you have a lot to share with others, you know. So I just keep pushing with knowing that, with that in mind.
Well, I wanna let you know that I am so thankful that you are doing what you're doing, and continue to do what you're doing. You know, from my heart to yours, continue to do what you're doing. And
thank you.
If anyone's out there that's listening that would like or need and you don't have to wait until something happens, you know, because
please don't wait.
Right.
Please don't wait.
Right.
It's time to do it now. You know, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, especially in these uncertain times that we're living in right now. So many people that's transitioning and do not have their stuff in order. You know, a lot of people don't even want to talk about it, let alone celebrate it. You know, we have so many different stages that we need to overcome. To just, if you just embrace death, because behind everything that's bad happening is something good after. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
That's right. That is a fact. We can't have life without death, and we can't have death without life.
Exactly.
You know, and that runs full circle. So again, thank you so much for sharing those things with us today on WNT9 Talk Radio. I do want to bring you back on another segment.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
I would love that.
We can do a live segment. Because I know you love the camera, so we want to bring you back on and make sure everybody gets a chance to actually see you in your element doing what it is that you do.
Yes, I would love that, Intellect. I would love that, and we'll talk about my that Soul Survivor Supportive Living Foundation that's getting ready to get fired up to help veteran women, overcome sobriety and mental illness and stuff like that. So, got a lot, my hands in a lot of things trying to help the community out.
Beautiful,
one at a time.
Beautiful. Keep those fingers exercising. That's a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. Do not hang up. Just hold on 1 second.
Okay. All righty.
WNT9 Talk Radio.
Here we go, y'all.
WNT9 Talk Radio.
Here we go, y'all.
WNT9 Talk Radio.
Here we go, y'all.
Here we go, y'all.